every action and emotional reaction has an effect on our body. And this is a classic example of where it manifests quite quickly and the energy is really quite fluent. Other health issues can be a little trickier to diagnose, and it can take a bit of detective work, and it also can be a bit harder to shift that energy. But tonsillitis is actually really quite easy. So tonsillitis, psychologically speaking, is your overreaction or unwarranted negative reaction to something that someone did to you, and it's usually someone that's close to you. So it can be a family member, it can be a partner, or it could even be someone that you work with closely on a regular basis. In basic terms, you've interacted with someone, they've done or said something to make you angry, and you've had an angry reaction and you've held that anger in. Now that anger stops at your tonsils. So it neither goes in, neither goes out. Your anger gets held there and it manifests until hopefully you can let it go. So it's half in and half out, so to speak. It's on the edge. So you might think that your body manifesting tonsillitis is trying to tell you that you should have said something, expressed it, got it out, and told the person how you feel, rather than holding it in. But I'm telling you, no, you're not always right, and you're not always meant to say something to someone. This is karma that's manifesting almost instantly, but it's really gently at first. If you were meant to say something like stick up for yourself or tell them that what they were doing was hurting you, that would have manifested as a cough. A cough is entirely different to tonsillitis. It's actually polar opposites. A cough is where it's spontaneously trying to come out. It's trying to jump out. A cough is difficult to hold in, whereas tonsillitis, on the other hand, is very difficult to swallow. It's painful to swallow. So tonsillitis and a cough are opposites both physically and emotionally. Now, I know that many of you have been using my sound frequency track to cure your tonsillitis all these years, and that's also what I used to do. But I do this now and it's way more effective, it's quicker, and it stops it from forming in the first place. I used it for years. I used it with my kids and it's effective. You can still use it if you like to, but I tend to just reflect now, which is what I'm going to talk you through, and I no longer need the soundtrack. So acting on the message emotionally and mentally is more effective. It can be done anywhere and it can just stop it manifesting, but it's also really good for you. It's just really asking you to soften your heart, have a shift in your thinking, a shift in your perspective, and to view the situation differently to what you have done. Just think of tonsillitis as a prompt to pull you into place. And as I said, I've been doing this for years and I've wanted to share it earlier, but I'm not really confident at doing these videos. So just bear with me, but I'll explain everything in detail. But before I get into it, I just want to say that if anyone has found this, that is right in the middle of full-blown, inflamed, painful tonsillitis, it may be really hard for you to pinpoint the moment that caused it to manifest. So in that case, this time around, it might be easier for you to just do the soundtrack. And there's my dog. And there's my dog in the background. He's just joined us. So if you have full-blown inflamed tonsillitis, maybe just do the soundtrack. I'll put the link in the comments. And all you do is you get a set of headphones, put them on your tonsils, and play that video right through from start to finish. Don't stop it because it's not effective until about 20 minutes into it, and the track itself is about half an hour. So play it all the way through uninterrupted. Repeat it if you need to. It's okay to do like 3 or 4 times a day. And you should start to feel better within 24 hours, and just repeat it as necessary. All of those frequencies and numbers that are in that track are really harmonious to your body, and they're really beneficial for helping with lots of different ailments. But regardless, Please keep watching this so that next time you can do the psychology analysis of it and then hopefully prevent it from manifesting any further. So next time you start to feel a slight tingling in your throat where tonsillitis is beginning to manifest, what I want you to do is do this. Just pause and reflect over the last 24 hours. And was there a moment that you had an interaction with someone where you got annoyed at them and didn't say anything? And just remember that tonsillitis is a friendly warning to you, or a friendly message for you to change something that's not working. And keep in mind that tonsillitis, it comes on quite slowly. So you will feel a sensation in your tonsils and it'll be really slight to begin with. You'll notice it and you'll become more aware of it. As soon as you feel it, you need to pause and reflect. When you realize what that interaction was, you need to specifically have a think about what you were angry at. What specific thing? What were you feeling? Why were you angry? And then you need to shift your awareness to the other person involved in that interaction and realize they actually did nothing wrong. There was no intent to hurt you or annoy you, and your reaction was out of proportion. Shift your anger and realize that perhaps you didn't need to get angry in that moment. There was nothing to get angry about. It's all within you. You got angry and there's no reason to get angry. You're just hurting yourself. Now, one more thing, when you reflect back, you might think, oh, I'm not angry about that anymore. That's gone. Like, that was just a fleeting moment. Well, I'm saying no. Clearly, you got a message from your body and from your subconscious that something needs attention. Maybe it's teaching you patience and acceptance, so don't ignore it. Have a shift in yourself so that you don't get angry like this again, and use it as a learning tool. Like, see it as your friend. And that's it. It's that easy. So that's it from me. Hope that helps. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to cover.